What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I don't think I've talked on my phone so far, giving it like a review and stuff. Um, but yeah, for those that didn't know, I got me a new phone. Maybe three weeks ago, I think, like about like 2 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I ain't seeing nothing. I talked on I think I mentioned it in one episode that I got a new phone. Oh, so it was probably like about 2 weeks ago, almost 3 weeks ago. But anyways, yeah, having a newer phone, having a phone that overall has 5G, rather than like, because the iPhone that I had an iPhone 11, just like a regular iPhone 11. It wasn't like no special edition or anything, but anyways, I had the iPhone 11, and it only had either LTE or 4G. But I think it was like 4G LTE, like it's combined. But on that iPhone, I could only have one or the other, and they were both like tremendously slow, like tremendously slow. Like you couldn't. My thing is this: if like the power to go out, right? If the power to go out, I can't use my phone. Like my phone is unusable, bruh. And it don't matter like what part of the house that I am, like that I'm in. It was just crazy slow. And at least with this phone, like my thing is this: I might be like in a spot like my house where it's like like the Wi-Fi is like stretching it and stuff. But at least with this phone, like okay, like having Wi-Fi issues, I could just disconnect real quick, and I'm good. So but with that other with that iPhone, it was not like that. Like that iPhone, it was like even if I'm like out in public, like when I'm out in public, like there might be at times where I'm like, okay, I'll scroll through social media, like just to let the time go on by or something. I'm either on social media, or I might be, switching through some songs or wanting to download some music or whatever. And can't do that. Can't do that either. It was, bro, like it was torture at times trying to use that iPhone, because I'm like, man, like you think like you paying all this money for this phone just for the phone to like mess up. And it was started. I remember that iPhone started messing up like maybe like within 4 months of having it. Like I had got it and like in the beginning of last year, and then once I got it, it was like it was chilled when I had it. But when as the time progressed on, it just got like, I think that was like the one of the issues that I noticed, that it wasn't sending out like videos or photos to people, because there might be at times I'm like, oh, okay, somebody be like, oh, send me the photo of them shoes that you just got. Want to do that to them? Can't do that. Oh, send me a video of that, like TikTok that you've seen that had like crack it up. I want to post it on my account. Try doing that. Can't do that. And yeah, there's like you having to wait until the next update and for the issue to be fixed. And it's like, bruh, like ain't nobody trying to do all of that. So it's like, how about you guys just release a phone that works? Like instead of it's just, man, it's crazy. Like that's why I think like companies need to stop doing like this yearly release. Like you guys, like every like few years, like until, because my thing is like it's not like phones are like going through a dramatic change each year. What they might make it slightly bigger, they might add a couple of more cameras, or they might change the. My thing is this: release one phone, like maybe like release a phone like once like every 5 years, right? Every 5 years, but it's like focus on that phone. Like once when the like material, like yeah, when materials and the hardware, software, everything about the phone just starts deteriorating. And I mean like that's like with everybody. Like people are like writing in to either Apple, Samsung, or any other company out there. It's like, hey, you guys need to come out with a new phone, because like the iPhone whatever, it's messing up now. So it's like, you guys need to come out with a new phone. If things were to be set up like that, I feel like that a lot of money would be saved. And because you got those people out there, it's like, oh, I got every year got to buy me a new phone, got to buy me a new phone and stuff. And I'm like, unless my phone is messing up, that'd be the only reason why. But other than that, like you have, I feel like those, they would save them money. It would save people like myself money, where it's like, okay, like this phone, it ain't even a phone anymore. It's an issue. Like it's a honestly, like that's what the I stands for in iPhone: issues phone. Like it's just a phone with issues. Because I'm like, bruh, I don't understand. Like, man, it shouldn't be this bad for an iPhone, but you got your iPhone lovers out there. I'm like me, once when a phone just starts going out on me. My thing is this, and having this Samsung Galaxy, because probably the next phone I'll get will be a Samsung Galaxy. When this phone, like, and I hope it doesn't, but if it does, like, then that's probably when I'm like, okay, let me look around. Can't find no other phones. I'm like, I'll just be, whichever phone comes out and it's better, I'm like, okay, I'm getting that phone. If iPhones are better, okay, I'll get me an iPhone. But I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, I really don't want to go through all those issues. So I'm like, if I just don't think that, whatever iPhone that they come out with next, it ain't going to be good. Like, what, right now they're on 12. And I'm pretty sure there's people probably out there right now writing in issues like, oh, I'm having this issue with my iPhone. I'm having this issue with my iPhone. I'm like, man, it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't. But anyways, no, let's talk about this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. So I got the biggest and baddest one. Like, that was, this is my first time really getting a phone like that. I usually don't get, like, the Plus or the Ultras or, the Pros or whatever. I just get, like, if the guy... That's the thing, like, if I hadn't, like, really been looking around, I probably would have just gotten the Samsung Galaxy S21. But they had, like, three different versions. They have just the regular one, the S21, S21 Plus, and then the S21 Ultra, which is the one that I got. So anyways, I was looking, and I was just like, hey, you know what? I should get a phone with, like, a really dope camera. And the camera, I can tell you guys right now, it's probably the dopest camera I've ever had on any phone. Bruh, like, I'm saying, like, I don't think there is any other phone that could compete with the camera quality on this phone. Like, don't get me wrong, Apple, they got, like, their good cameras and stuff, but this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, I'm like, nah. I'm about to tell you about, like, a night where it was, like, I was outside taking pictures and stuff, because I was like, I didn't realize the phone can do all of that. But anyways, I was like, yes, it was like, to me, it was long overdue of getting me a new phone. I was like, I was actually going to get a newer phone or another phone before, but I was like, you know what, let me just wait it out. I'm like, just wait until some better phones come out. S21 Ultra was out, and I remember seeing like commercials and all that stuff for it. And I knew I was going to get me a Samsung Galaxy because I was like, I didn't care which one they were on. I was just like, I just don't want an iPhone anymore. I ain't trying to deal with all of that. So, anyways, seeing that they had the phones there, so I was looking in that section of T-Mobile. I'm like, nah, iPhone section, y'all ain't getting no looks from me. I don't think throughout that whole area, I might have looked at, like, I think I had looked at the cheaper iPhone, like the XR or something, just to be like, what is this? Just curious on what it was. But that 12 section, nope. I'm like, I think I even see my iPhone in there, the 11, and I'm like, nope. I will not come all the way out here to just get me another. I think that's the reason why I didn't get a phone before, because they were just all like, oh, you can trade it in for another iPhone 11. And I'm like, nope, I'll just wait, and then just overall get me a newer phone, like whichever phone is out, like I'll just get that and things. But anyways, I'm like, I did not come all the way. First time I was like, I did not come all the way out here just to get me the same iPhone that I have. I'm like, I just told y'all that this phone is having issues. And I think that was when it was that texting issue or the notification issue that I told you guys about before, where it wasn't sending me, where it wasn't notifying me when I get like a text message or Instagram message or a Twitter message. It wasn't notifying me on any of that stuff. And I had the settings turned on, so that's why I'm like, it is just crazy when people would ask me that. Like, did you turn the settings off? Why would I turn the settings off? Then I would know that, oh, there's the solution to my problem. Let me turn the notifications, notifying thing back on. Why would I turn that off? And then start going around all across social media, other people having the same issue, and talk about why am I not being notified for stuff. I just don't like when people ask me questions like that. It's like, why would I turn it off? Like, just please, just because my thing is this. If I didn't want notifications to be turned on, guess what you could do? You could put your phone on silent. The notifications would still pop up. No notifications wasn't the only time a notification would pop up. So this is pretty much just to give you guys a walkthrough on what happened. So I would go, so I'll send a text message, right? I'll send a text message, put my phone back in my pocket, doing whatever, playing the video game, doing whatever. And I start realizing, yo, usually this person is like pretty fast on responding. So like, what's up with that? So take my phone out, open it, type up my passcode, watch the thing open up, click on messages. That's when the message pops up. When I turn my phone back on, or when I open up the phone and stuff, like not like turning it off and then turning it back on, but like no, opening it up like after getting through the passcode and stuff, and then clicking on the messages, and then that's when so I'm like, that doesn't even, bruh, what? Like, I don't. So I was like, after that, I remember I was like, nah, man, I need to get me a new phone. So, anyways, yeah, got this Samsung Galaxy S21, and I had to say it's honestly the best phone that I had to say that I have. Like, probably the only thing that I can say about it, in a like a con with the phone, is that it's not loud enough. Like, I know with that iPhone, I just think like that's more so what iPhones are good for, is music. Like music, maybe the camera, but I think like, yeah, now like with this Samsung Galaxy camera, I think, yeah, you guys are really gonna have to. I don't know. I didn't get the 12 Pro or the 11 Pro, whatever one that they had, but yeah, they or Pro Max, I think that's what they call it and stuff. But anyways, yeah, I didn't get all that, so I was like, I don't know, maybe the cameras is good on there too. But I'm like, no, definitely on this Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, I'm like, hey, yo, the camera is nice. Like, so there was a night where it was like a super moon was going on outside. So I went out there, just so I think I took like some like far away pictures, and I was just like, I was like, it kind of like, it looks cool. It looks cool. Cause my thing is like, I'm so used to having like phones where you can't zoom in like up on the moon and stuff and like see the craters and have like a clear viewing of the like moon and stuff. So I wasn't used to that. I did that, fam. Like, you could go to my Instagram. I actually posted one of the photos. You can go to my Instagram and see that photo, and I'm like, bro, I was just standing in my front yard, and the moon is, how far is the moon away from Earth? Let's just see real quick. Moon's distance from Earth. 238,900 miles per hour. 238,900. What did I say per hour? Just miles. Not miles per hour, but just. Dang, the moon is, 4.5 billion years? Dang, that is crazy. But anyways, yeah, the moon is 200,000 miles away. And it looked like, fam, it looked like I was not really standing in front of it. Because, I mean, it's obviously bigger. But it's just like the distance, it made it seem like that was much more closer, like, to the moon and stuff. And I was just standing in my front yard. Like, I don't know if that means anything, like, because I live in Washington, so I know people will probably be looking at the photo and be like, dang, you live in Washington? I don't know if that means anything, but if it does, like, bruh, like, the camera quality on it is really good. And even there's been, like, other times where I've, like, just testing out the zooming feature, and I know with my iPhone, I could be sitting in a chair, right, zoom in on my sock, it looks all disoriented and, like, like, blurry looking and stuff. I'm like, dang, like, does my phone like need like a prescription glasses or something? Like, why does it look like that? And then I was like, when I used the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, I was zooming on my sock, and it looked like I'm just holding the phone up to my sock and things. I'm like, it's crazy how good that zooming feature works on the phone. I'm like, man, if I had known that, I got that phone day one of it being out and stuff. Because I'm like, man, it's a really dope phone. But anyways, but yeah, actually, there's a bunch of other cool features that it has. Like, well, first off, I'm like, I do like the fact that it notifies me when I get text messages. I can send photos. Actually, I think that's what I should have done, was ask my sister, because my sister was here not too long ago. I was like, how did the photo get, like, did it look good? Like, because I'm like, I know, like, there's like a barrier between Samsung Galaxy phones and iPhones, where it's like you can send somebody a video or a photo and it's gonna look all disoriented and messed up looking and stuff. And I'm like, there's been times where people have sent me photos or videos, and I'm like, am I looking at like a Minecraft? Like what am I looking at? Like what is this? I'm like, I don't like that fact that they do that, but I think like yeah, when somebody can send in the photo on the Samsung Galaxy and they'll look nice, but it's the other way around. Like when you're somebody on the Samsung Galaxy sending a photo or video to the iPhone, it's like it looks kind of weird and stuff. So I don't know. Like I had to say, I wish I wish the front camera was kind of better. You know, like I know when I be doing like TikTok videos and stuff, like I noticed that it's definitely different from the back camera and stuff. So yeah, that's something like I just wish that the front camera would have been like a tad bit better and stuff. But other than that, like I'm like camera is cool, phone speed is cool. Battery, it seems then that's another thing. I was like, I didn't like the fact that it didn't come with like a plug-in, like you know the block thing to plug into the wall. Like they just came with a cord. So I'm like, luckily my laptop has like a plug-in where I can use that. But it's like if it didn't, I had to go out to Best Buy and like go and spend like an additional money for the block and things. I'm like, bro, it should have came with the block, because I think I was talking about that and the guy was all at T-Mobile and he was just like, yeah, everybody has the block. I'm like, yeah, the one with the USB drive, not this like old smaller looking drive that they have. I'm like, ain't nobody got no block thing like that unless they had like any other, because I think they said they introduced that cord when the Samsung Galaxy S9 came out. And I think everybody knows the story behind that. I went and got Samsung Galaxy S8. Very next day, that's when they announced the 9. Like, I was like, are you serious, bro? Like, I was mad about that, because I'm like, bruh, I was sitting there enjoying my phone. I remember it was a Sunday morning. Go downstairs, having my breakfast. I look on TV, and they talking about, oh, Samsung Galaxy S9 coming out here soon. I'm like, really? And people told me I should have just waited, but I was just like, nah, like, I ain't gonna wait. I need me a new phone now. I think at the time, yeah, I did have an iPhone, and I was like, that's why I think I just, I break that barrier with iPhones is when it's like, there's just that one phone. I'm like, can't use it no more. Nah, this phone is trash. But anyways, no, so but the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, I would recommend it. Like, texting is all good. Calling is cool. What other things? Like, yeah, there ain't issues with this phone. I had to say it's honestly one of the best phones I've had in recent times. Like, I can't really think of a time where I had like such a good phone. And maybe it's because it's the Ultra, and so it comes with like more features and all of that. But I definitely would, like, if you are looking into getting a new phone, I definitely would recommend, because I feel like I just kind of just giving y'all a story time about previous phones and talked very little on the Samsung Galaxy S21. But I would recommend, like, look it up, because my thing is this: I can say that this phone is good, and then somebody else can say that the phone is bad, and then they went back to iPhone. I feel like when they do things like that, it's because with this, if you've never had a Samsung Galaxy phone before, you will notice a difference between when you have this phone and an iPhone. Like, it's very different. It ain't gonna be the same. It ain't gonna be similar. Like, nah, it's two different phones. Like, you could definitely recognize an iPhone menu and a Samsung Galaxy menu and stuff. It's two extremely different phones. So that's why, yeah, it's like, you do your research, look it up. Oh, also, and that's another thing where it's like the Samsung Galaxies. I think all of them are like, they have like this really dope waterproof feature and stuff. And I've been looking mine's up, and I think, I believe it has to be waterproof, ultra water. Yeah, I looked it up. But there's like somebody's like, you see videos where people do. Oh yeah, the one guy, he did ice freeze. I watched this video. This guy froze the phone, right? Froze the phone, and then put it in some water. And I think he like let it melt or something. I can't remember how he overall like got the phone back. Phone still worked. And I'm all like, I don't be going around like freezing my phone and stuff. Like, I'm not weird like that. But I'm just saying, like, the phone is very durable. But I do recommend get you a case, get you a screen protector, because like even though they're all like, oh yeah, phone's so durable, you can throw it off of a Mount Rainier and stuff on flat ground, it's gonna be. I'm like, no, I ain't doing all that. I'm like, I'm making sure I got me, the case that I have. It is it's a nice looking case. It really blends in with the phone and stuff. But yeah, other than that, it's a really dope phone. I do like it. I do recommend y'all check it out. But now, if you want to go get you an iPhone, just be prepared for a lot of issues. And that's the thing. It's like even with Samsung Galaxy, it's like I wouldn't say that it has issues, but there can be, some like minor issues. I ain't gonna say full on issues like iPhone, but there can be minor issues that might stick out. Because I know when I had that Samsung Galaxy S8, it was having like issues being compatible with an Apple product. For an example, headphones. I know when I had the Samsung Galaxy S8 and I was listening to it with my Beats by Dre, like when I had those solo threes, or not solo threes, but the studio threes. And yeah, it was like having an issue where I couldn't listen to or like I had to like open the phone back up. So you know how like, all right, for an example, you know how like when you go and listen to some music and then you click that side button to just turn the screen off and then the music would stop. It would do some stuff like that, but I'd be listening to music on Spotify. And so eventually the music would just turn back on. It wouldn't do that. But imagine like being like, imagine coming home from work, right? You might be in a situation like me where you're catching the bus. My thing is this: I'll take a nap on the bus. I don't want to wake up like mid bus ride and then there ain't no music playing, because then I can't go to sleep and I'm sitting there fighting around with this phone and stuff, and I'm like, well, great, can't even go back to sleep now. So I'm like, yeah, that I ain't like when it was doing that, and I'm hoping that with this phone it doesn't do that. But I'm like, I think that was like really the only issue that I was having with that phone, and that's why I went out and got me an iPhone, because I was like, oh, okay, well I got headphones where it's like compatible with the iPhone and stuff. But eventually I did get these Bose headphones and I've been using them. But I more so like use them for YouTube, but I have been using them for listening to music, and I have really been like, I will like from time to time use the solo pros that I have. But anyways, yeah, it's weird with Apple products. Like them things would just start messing up on you, or just it's overall a bad product. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. I just recently created my 34th YouTube channel. It's a fashion channel where I just kind of talk on like men's fashion and what goes with it and what doesn't go with it and stuff. Got a couple of videos ready to be uploaded, so stay tuned for that. It's called TMossBoss in Fashion. And then, yeah, make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. I was like, I almost forgot the fourth one. But anyways, follow me on those platforms at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at TMossBoss fan page. I don't really know the business anymore with my GEEK promo code. I emailed them guys. They hadn't responded. I just messaged them not too long ago on Instagram. They, hadn't responded yet. So I'm like, I really don't know the business with it. But if it works for you, it works. But yeah, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss for SeatGeek. It'll knock $20 off your next purchase. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't, then hey, you ain't the only one. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.